Wait, what's up, boys and girls? Been a couple of days, sorry I've been a little busy, but I wanted to go over a few replays today, so if you hate replays, you can turn the video off now. But this is kind of a good message. I was going to show you that you shouldn't always, online is a little bit different than paper, but you shouldn't always just quit the game right away as soon as you're behind. I'm finding that happens quite a bit on the Magic Online community. You'll play 1v1 Commander, and as soon as someone's behind, they might have been ahead for a long time, the whole game, and as soon as they don't feel like they're ahead anymore, they just leave. Even though like I'll play the game out, even though I feel like I'm probably gonna lose, and then I get like a little bit ahead, and the player just leaves. So, I mean, I'm guilty of leaving sometimes, like if I'm frustrated or whatnot, but not as often as I find people do. So, and another thing, you guys like to see me post losses more often than not, but if you see here, like just in my recent games, like they're all wins. Even this multiplayer game is a win. So it's not like I'm not cherry picking games. I literally turn the recorder on when I draft, or not draft live, but as soon as I play live, I turn the recorder on, and then that's what I upload. So I try to give you a real feel of what I do day to day. So these are the games I'm gonna go over. These three back-to-back ones here. Let's start with this one because I think it's a good message we can send that you shouldn't just leave right away. So here we go. We've got Grand Arbiter. I've been playing Grand Arbiter a little bit lately. I just kind of feeling like I want to play some blue-white. So I've been playing Grand Arbiter. It's kind of my, no, I don't know if he's my favorite, but I don't know. I just feel like there's so much more. The deck isn't never plays the same way every time. So I keep this top. I need the land, and Aura of Silence is usually pretty useful. So I do make a misplay in this game. So opponent goes turn 1 Soul Ring. So a lot of people, as soon as they see a turn 1 Soul Ring, they like to just take off, or I mean, I feel pretty far behind at this point, and Infiltration Lens, so this is kind of a mulligan right there. I mean, this card is fine. It definitely can draw you some cards if you force blocks, like just with the Commander, because Commander's, relatively powerful. So we're going to have to Aura of Silence the Soul Ring right away. I'm going to try to go fast since these are replays. So he's Dark-Soling it, so the Soul Ring's already paying off for him. The damage has been done, so even if I kill the Soul Ring, so we have Shackles, actually a card I got recently, so I haven't really been able to play with it yet. So I'm gonna get a Tundra here, but I literally clicked on Tundra, and it ended up giving me a Plains. So that makes Shackles so much worse, because Shackles can steal a creature with power equal to or less than the number of islands I control. So if I have 2 islands, I could steal a 2 power creature, but I got a Plains, so it makes pretty much every card in my hand worse. So we have to Aura of Silence the Soul Ring right now, unfortunately. So that Soul Ring, what it did is it gave him a Dark-Soling it. It's prevented us from playing Grand Arbiter that turn, and that's a big deal. So let's see what goes on. So I don't feel in a good shape. Then he has a Palladium Mirror, which I would have immediately shackled had I not misclicked. So I'm pretty far behind. I was pretty frustrated at that point, but he's got his Palladium Mirror, so let's see what he does. Come on, up Devil's Play. So that one misplay plus the Soul Rings put me pretty far behind. He's got a lot of mana here. Alright, he's deciding to attack Venser. I'm just gonna path it. I need to keep Venser alive here. So I'm not feeling great, but I'm feeling like I have a chance here. So I'm gonna Snapcaster, path this guy. Well, I mean, preordain, and then path. So I'm gonna Snapcaster and then path his guy, because the path is an instant, so I can only play that. Because we want to protect Venser as much as possible here. We didn't draw a land, which kind of sucks. We're missing a lot of land drops. So let's see what happens. He is going to Magma Quake. Wow, that's just the perfect Planeswalker in each creature. It's pretty funny that he had that card, because like I'm desperate to keep Venser alive. But he threw it off there. So maybe I'm playing Jace, but I like pretty much gonna die to any kind of spell he plays. So I want to be able to hold Dismiss, and I also want to draw a land. So he plays this Expedition map. Seemingly he's playing around counter spells, which is weird because I haven't shown him a single one yet. I've been tapping out almost every turn. So he plays Jester's Cap. I don't know. I don't think that's a really good card. I mean, it's okay. Like, if you have a ton of card draw, I would think, but if you're not really heavy on card draw, I don't think you should play that card. So he gets in, he exiles Blue Sun Zenith, which is not even good right now, and I'm land screwed. Consecrated Sphinx, which makes sense in Sun Titan. So Consecrated Sinks and Sun Titan, I agree with that. You should have taken. Blue Sun, I mean, I guess it's late game. That's up to him. I mean, there are a lot of good cards in this deck, so he gets Valakut, which is gonna be a problem. I maybe have to find a way to deal with that, like a Strip Mine. And that's why I have to play Strip Mine, because you can't lose to cards like this. You can lose to them if you don't deal with them. Also, cards like Maze of Death. So we've got a fetch land, and I actually get a Tundra this time. Alright. So we're gonna get Elspeth out. Now we can cast our Dismiss here. And he buried Ruins. I was thinking of Bury Ruin for Soul Ring, but he buried Ruin for Jester's Cap, which is another play I don't agree with. So I guess, you know, you can be pretty far behind, but your opponent can make some wacky plays. And he hasn't once made a creature with this, which is interesting. Alright. Let's see what happens. Sometimes these replays bug out. I hope this one doesn't. So he Devil's Play. I have to counter it, because he's going to murder Fencer. He's not going to murder Elspeth. So we want to make that stop. We get a Sensei stop, not ideal. Alright, so we're pretty desperate here. Let's play Arcanist. We could play Jace, but Arcanist is going to draw us more cards a lot more quickly. Let's play top, because we have no way of countering anything. So he's Valakut. He Valakuts onto Venser. So plays Jester's Cap. He doesn't. I feel like if he just played as Commander this game, he would be in a lot better shape if he just played as Commander and then Infiltration Lens. Like, he'd be drawing 2 cards a turn, because I'd have to block it. But he doesn't do that. So we draw a Strip Mine on his Valakut, and he makes a creature, which doesn't really matter. I'm attacking. He doesn't seem like he has any haste creatures. So we're going to play a Temporal Mastery, and then he's going to scoot out of that game. So like it shows you, just because your opponent plays Soul Ring doesn't mean you can instantly lose. So I'll show you the next one. They're all pretty good, so give me a moment. Alright, this time we're against Azuri. So Azuri's are usually a pretty fast deck. Kiki-jiki is actually very good against Azuri. Like, I feel like it's pretty much a free win most of the time. If you can draw your Flame Tongue Kavu, or you can draw your Fire Imp, you just pretty much end the game. So he has a Soul Ring, and he's going to Nelp deck, so I thought he was going to tap for turn 1 Llanowar Elf or something of that nature, because they always do. I've never seen like an Elf deck not have one, but he had Soul Ring, which is even better. He plays Argothia and Elder, so he's untapped 2 target lands, so that can be pretty powerful. And we're just doing nothing. He's tapping, and he has Azuri. He's thinking about playing another creature, but he has the mana for that one. So here it looks like he's playing around keeping regeneration up, which is funny because there's not much at 3 or I guess 4 mana. I could definitely do something, but at 3 mana I can't really do much at all. So I'm gonna kill a Soul Ring. Pretty much just have to cash these things in right away. You can't just sit there and hold it. He's just got too much mana. Then he's got an Elf. So it's clear to me that he's probably playing around a Wrath here. So I know that because he's holding up. He didn't even. Not only that, but he didn't even attack with this. So he's holding up regen. So he wants to be able to regen, you know, at least 2 elves. Or 3. He can regen all 3 except Azuri, because Azuri cannot regen himself, as you can see. So we're going to get a Hallowed Fountain, or no, Tundra, right? Yeah. We're going to play Grand Arbiter, because this makes it seem like I don't have a Wrath in my hand. So right now this is just worse than Wrath of God, because he can't counter it, and it can't, you know, he can regenerate. So he's going to guiltily ambush me. And he reveals Gleeful Sabotage. Alright, so he's got Artifact Destruction, and I have a Strip Mine, and I need to keep that Strip Mine. And Strip Mine is going to show you why sometimes Arbor Elf is worse than Llanowar Elf. So we're going to keep this Grand Arbiter. And hopefully this makes him think I don't have Wrath. But he's still playing around it. Huntmaster. Feels like he's playing around Wrath. I mean, these obviously cannot attack. Because, you know, 2-3 just stumps all of his guys. But I just don't trust him. So we're gonna Wrath right now. So in response to his, see, this is why these these untapped things are not that great, because now I can just Strip Mine in response. He's only be able to save 1 creature because he'll only untap 1 forest. So he's gonna save his Argothian guy. So now I'm going to play Strip Mine, and although that's not a fun combo for most people, it's basically the only way I'm going to get back into this game. He floods the board with elves, and then he's got mana, and he just overruns, then I'm going to die. And that's short of Wrath, which I did, you know, that's the only thing I can do to get back in here. So he's attacking, so it doesn't really give much else to play. So I play Crucible, and he leaves. I think he made a comment like, well, that's a fun thing, or something, which, you know, I agree. It's good against especially what he's got on the board, because I would have waited till his turn, till he had tried to untap it, and then I would have strip mined in response, so he's only got one untap. So anyways, that's the second one. Turn 1 Soul Ring, flood the board with elves. Looked like it was pretty hopeless, but I feel like I played it pretty well with the strip mining, and playing in Grand Arbiter, making him feel like more comfortable to play more creatures. So let's go on to the last one, and hope you enjoyed this so far. Alright, so this time we're against Horde of Notions. So Horde of Notions tends to be a lot of different things when people play it. They either play it for 5-color control, 5-color whatever they want, elementals, combo. There's a lot of different reasons, but sometimes they do play elemental tribal. And we've got Grand Arbiter, of course. I've just been trying to play him. I haven't played him much in the last couple of months, so I just wanted to... I've also been playing a lot of blue decks lately, and it just gets annoying to just constantly play against blue decks, so I'd like to return the favor once in a while. Alright, so we mulliganed 2 unkeepable hands, and we got a keepable hand. Not exciting. I really don't expect to win the game. But, you know, I stick in it. A lot of times you'll see people mulligan, and then they quit. I don't know, sometimes people do it because they think they don't want to play against you, but sometimes, you know, they do it because... So I just had a feeling, as soon as he untapped this, that he had like a naturalized Croson Grip, and he just had it. Putrefy is a good card. I'm surprised I don't see it played that more. I guess Black Green isn't that popular of a color combination, but he had it. So that's good for him. And we have to pass. So he's got pretty much perfect mana, like, you know, every 5-color deck always does. He's got this guy, which seems pretty good. Also with his general, because he can cast his guys for free later, so we can't do anything about that. So we're just going to play Grand Arbiter here. I can hold up mana, but I like to tap out, and this, you know, forces him to do something. Plus, with this activation ability, he doesn't actually have to cast anything, so... Grizzly salvages, and he ends up keeping this land, which is interesting to me. I guess he was land screwed. Maelstrom Nexus just seems insane. I feel like he should have kept that, but he didn't. He kept the land. Maybe he just needed land. So, we're going to play Trinket Mage. We're going to get Mana Crypt, because that way we can hold up the Smiths. If we get a Soul Ring, then we can't, because we'll have to tap one of our blue mana. So, Mana Crypt doing its work. We're going to attack. And you see right here, he makes a pretty bad misplay. Watch. He taps for white. So I know he has Condemn immediately. He just has to have it. So he has Condemn, I know he does. So he doesn't realize Grand Arbiter's taxing him. And untaps it, passes. So that was a pretty big mistake on his part. I mean, not a huge mistake, but it gives away. Like, Condemn is a pretty big one to give away. And I attacked because I know there was nothing you could do. Short of, like, Simeon Spirit Guide. We couldn't cast Condemn. So I'm not going to counter Fertilid because it's not worth countering to me. So I draw a Force of Will, which is okay, but I have, you know, a white card and a colorless card. Plus I just want to cast my card. So we cast Frozen Ether. It's really good against this general, and we're not going to attack here. Move the counter, gets a land. So he actually thought about this one for a while. I felt like he might pay the life. But it doesn't matter if you pay the life, it still comes to the play tapped. So Mana Crypt flipping. So we have Sun Titan. We have to cast it. It's unfortunate that we won't be able to hold up Dismiss, but maybe he'll think we have a counter spell of other kinds. He'll play around it. People never play around counter spells when I don't have them, and they always play around them when I do. It feels like, I don't know if anyone else ever has that feeling. Like, you have the counter spell and they play around it. When you don't have it, they don't play around it. I guess that's not always true, but you just get that feeling. Okay. This was actually a Hero's Demise, not a Farseek. I don't know if this replay is gonna work. At this point, it's probably gonna bug out right now. Yeah, that was a Hero's Demise. Destroy target legendary creature. I hope this replay doesn't die. That's why I don't like replays. But, you know, I wanted to show you these games. I'm kind of laying on the couch with my laptop. I haven't been recording. I think the game is bugging out now. Yeah. Well, anyways, what happens is, I end up casting Gideon. He plays his general actually right here. I end up casting Gideon, killing his general. I attack with Suntai, and he still can't condemn. I get lands. I get 2 more lands, and then he ended up having mana open. I attack with Suntai, he condemns it. I counter it. I ended up drawing a. Trying to think of what I drew. Something good, and then he ended up leaving. So there you have it. Not always a good idea to leave when you are ahead, or I mean, when you're not immediately ahead. I would have liked to play the game out. I don't think it was completely over. You should have ways to deal. Oh, I cast Bribery, and then he left. He had like Royal Elemental and stuff. Royal Elemental. I should put that card in my deck. I need to get that card. It just has my name written all over it. Anyway, just wanted to show you that. So thanks for watching. I'll try to upload the deck tech for Azusa, and hope you don't mind the replays. Just kind of wanted to like show you a little like thing going on. Like, don't quit just because someone played the Soul Ring. Oh yeah, one more thing. Just want to show you one more game. Yeah, I think this guy. This is an example of what I said hello and good luck. I cast Mana Crypt, Island, he just left. So, you know, I didn't do that. Actually, this was the game right before those other ones. See? Yeah. I mean, it would have been pretty hard for him to win the turn 1 or 6 study, but yeah, don't do that. I mean, this is my opponents do it to me and it doesn't feel good. And maybe these cards should be banned, but I don't know, sometimes you gotta take your lashes, so thanks for watching. I had a good time. Bye.